Could you imagine buying a Pokemon card for $1, sitting on it for a few years, and then becoming a millionaire? Well, that's exactly what happened to a couple of lucky collectors. And today I'm going to be revealing the top 5 rarest cards that have skyrocketed in the past, including one that has sold for over $5 million in auction. What's up guys, Cody here with PokeDex TX, a channel that takes you behind the scenes of everything you need Pokemon related. You guys are going to want to stay to the very end, because I promise you, if you have any of these in your collection, you may be sitting on a gold mine.
Introducing the Pokemon trading card game.
Alrighty guys, so to kick this one off, we're going to start this one with a legend. If you're a 90s kid, I guarantee that you know this one. Coming in at number 5 is a first edition, base set, holographic Charizard. This card was every kid's dream, but back then, nobody would have ever guessed that it would become one of the most expensive collectibles in time. And the craziest part is, just in the last 5 years, this card's value has absolutely exploded across all markets. In a PSA 10 condition, this card can sell for well over $400,000 at auction. So tell me, do any of you guys still have this card? Next up, we have one of the rarest Pokemon promos of all time. Coming in at number 4 is the Pikachu Illustrator. This card is absolutely nuts. Only 39 copies of this card were ever printed, and it was only awarded to the winners of an art contest in Japan in 1998. From the end of 1997 through the summer of 1998, Shogaku Kan's Korokoro comic hosted 3 illustration contests. Each contest would be announced in a monthly issue of the comic, and results would be announced around 2 months later in another issue. These contests were the only source for perhaps the most famous and expensive card in the Pokemon TCG Pokemon Illustrator. The first Pokemon Illustrator contest was announced in the November 1997 issue of Korokoro comic, published on October 15, 1997. It invited readers to draw their favorite Pokemon and mail in the entry. Winners were announced in the January 1998 issue of the magazine. 2 months later, 3 entrants were selected for the grand prize, and they each received a copy of the Pokemon Illustrator card. One of these bad boys sold for $5.3 million, making it the most expensive Pokemon card transaction in history. This card is so rare that even finding a raw version is nearly impossible. If you have one of these in your collection, congratulations, because you're literally sitting on a freaking gold mine. So tell me, would you sell this card or would you keep this one forever? Now this next card isn't just rare, it's literally impossible to find out in the wild. Coming in at number 3, we have the Trophy Pikachu Trainer number 1 card. This was only awarded to the winners of the very first Pokemon tournament in 1999. With so few in existence, this card has easily hit over $2 million in recent auctions. And guess what? The value is still climbing dramatically, as this is a holy grail card for collectors. I'm curious to know, comment below and let me know if anybody has ever seen this in person, because I would love to. This next card has one of the coolest backstories in Pokemon history. In 1998, the Pokemon Company hosted a parent-child tournament in Japan. If you and your parent won, you received a card so rare barely anyone has seen one in real life. The Kangaskhan Family Event Trophy card. And because only a few were awarded, this card is nearly impossible to find today. Because so few were awarded, and because they are so hard to find, a PSA 10 condition goes for over $150,000 easily at an auction. And finally, let's talk about one of the most mysterious Pokemon cards in history, the Pokemon Presentation Blastoise. Now, this card was never released to the public. In fact, it was a prototype given to the executives at Wizard of the Coast to pitch Pokemon to investors back in the late 90s. Because of its historical significance, this card is sold for over $360,000 at auctions. So tell me, would you pay 360 grand for that? Drop that one below. Well, that's it for the Pokemon cards that turn collectors into millionaires. But I do still have a question for you. Which of these cards is your favorite? And do you think that Pokemon cards are going to continue to go up in value? Make sure that you put your comment below. And if you guys want more Pokemon trend and market updates, more rare card finds, rare card discoveries, and pack opening, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on so that way you guys never miss a beat. And make sure that you follow us on our journey, especially if you want to see behind the scenes of what it's taken for us to build a successful Pokemon card business online. Thanks guys.